What is good, Orochimaru Uchiha Gang? So, today I'm going to be doing what if Naruto had a sword forged by God? So, basically, what's gonna happen is God is just sitting up there, looking through all the things that he can create. He sees a boy named who might be named Naruto Uzumaki. But his parents are contemplating if they should name him Menma or Naruto. So we then see as the Nine Tails attack is happening. Everything goes the same, everyone dies. But a sword falls out of the sky. One of the Nine Tails. So basically, the Nine Tails, when it cut through Kushin and Minato, it wasn't enough and it was just about to hit Naruto, but the sword falls from the sky. Surrounded by lightning, God forged the sword for Naruto. He also had a talk with the Six Paths, and he said it's perfect, but use what you use to make your angel's wings for the sword. God said, well, that's a great idea, Hagurama. As then, we then see a being, Jigen, as he is floating. He says, what are you doing with that sword? As then, God teleports Jigen to another, let's say, dimension. Jigen is enraged because he has been cast out of the heavenly realm. We can't let him know. Jigen is pure evil, God says. This boy. I finally created the sword. He can name it whatever he wants. But there's just one deal. What's that deal? He has to stay in contact. Oh. So if you're looking at the sword, you see that blue diamond, blue stone? And the things that are engraving it, don't they look like wings? So that's the part where God put the wings around them. I will forge part of my power in the sword. Oh yes? Let me forge some of the Six Paths power. As Hagurama and God forged their power into the sword. We then go back to the scene where the sword falls to the ground. As it chips off a huge part of Kurama's nail. As Kurama roars out. This sword is, let me say, kind of like Thor's hammer. It can levitate, as he commands it to. He can also fly with it. So let's get into the what if. We see this boy walking around this village. No one wants to mess with him, because they see that sword on his back. And some have even tried to take it from him. But they've either touched the wings part where they got cut or died. So no one messes with Naruto. They don't even try to call him names. Because he might just send his wrath on them. We then go to see 12-year-old Naruto, top of the class. Tia clan was killed. Well, not most of them. Well, yes, most of Uchiha clan was killed, but Fugaku and Sasuke, Itachi are still alive, with a few of Sasuke's relatives and a few other random Uchihas. Well, if it isn't Sasuke, hey Naruto. Sasuke knows not to mess with Naruto because he's the top dog, and I'm telling you, you actually don't want to mess with Naruto. The teams: Naruto Uzumaki, Sasuke Uchiha, and Sakura Haruno. Now, as you know, I always give Sakura powers up because she's just too weak and I just can't take weakness, bro. I really don't like it. So, Sakura then ties her hand behind her back as she looks at Naruto. She says, "Hey, so Naruto, we're on the same team." As Naruto looks down at her, he has full control of the fox. He can live out his chakra, but he chooses not to. They're friends. Naruto says, "Oh, hello, Sakura. I see we are on the same team. Well, I will cast you on my team if you don't get your skill up." Of course, Naruto's just bluffing. He's actually a funny person and doesn't like to be mean, but for the sake of her life, he is being mean. No one knows this, but Ino and Naruto are dating. So while they're walking and all the teams have been assisted, we just skip the entire Kakashi part, and we see Naruto talking to Sakura. And then Sakura leads him for a kiss to say goodbye, Naruto. But Ino comes out of nowhere and says, "Naruto, it's time to come home." "Oh, I'm coming, Kind of gonna make this like what if Sensei's what if, but let's just switch it up. As then Sakura stops. She opens her eyes as she sees Ino and Naruto kissing. She feels distraught because she thought that she liked him, but he rejected her. As then they hold hands and walk all the way down to Ino's house. Let's skip the next day. It's the bell test. Naruto ate regardless, but when he gets there, he says, "Well, seems like I'm gonna have to put my sword away." As he then snaps his fingers as a portal comes out of nowhere as his sword just levitates into there. But he says, "That doesn't mean that I can't use my powers," as he then rushes at Kakashi, lightning engraving his body as he teleports with a zap of lightning. As Kakashi creates a shadow clone, but he gets kicked in the back. Sasuke comes rushing for the bells, while Sakura stays hidden. Sasuke nearly gets the bells, but instead he gets a knee to the face as Sasuke then falls on his back. Kakashi cannot keep up with Naruto's speed because one second he's there, the next second he's there. And then Naruto is starting to use some of the sword's powers. He then says, "Kneel," as Kakashi said. "I'm a Jonin, I'll never kneel to again." And as then he kneels right on the ground, face first to the ground. She then says, "Sakura, Sasuke, come take these bells." They take the bells. We skip. We have a little time skip. They all passed, of course. We see two people come out of a puddle. But Naruto was way ahead. He did a, hand check. Or so I shall call it. As then, lightning comes from the air as it shocks the water. Good thing the Demon Brothers got out in time, but still, they were so scared they peed their pants, as they didn't get to even touch Kakashi as Sasuke and Naruto rushed at the Demon Brothers. Sasuke and Naruto were actually already have been on a few A-rank missions. They're called the Lightning Twins, as Sasuke's called in the S-rank ninja book as the Kidding Dragon, or should I just say the Lightning Dragon, which I think hearing in Japanese is dragon. I don't really know. If you know, please tell me what it is in the comments, because I don't really want to disrespect people's, language and say the wrong thing, so yeah. And Naruto is called the Thunder God, as Naruto actually does have lightning bolts. They're shaped like the new show, Blood of Zeus, so he can throw them. Sakura is called... I can't believe I'm doing this. I know, y'all are gonna think I'm a simp and I'm overrating Sakura, but no, what she did to Naruto gets on my nerves, but Boruto Sakura doesn't really annoy me that much. So, I'm just thinking about Boruto Sakura, and I'm forgetting about Naruto Sakura. So, we then look in the bingo book as we see Sakura's name is called the pink jalapeno. As then we see a giant sword rushing at Naruto. Naruto then says, Zabuza Mamashi, as they all teleport. Even Tazuna teleports because Naruto teleported him. Right in front of the sword is Zabuza is now behind them. Zabuza turns around and says, huh? As then Kakashi kicks Zabuza in the rib. As Naruto then yell, as they all yell, except for Tazuna, double slash kick of death. Now I know it's named double slash kick of death, but they're gonna use their other body parts. Sakura punches Zabuza in the rib. Kakashi kicks Zabuza in his other rib again. Naruto and Sasuke both lariat Zabuza as Naruto lariats Zabuza right in the neck. Not that hard because he doesn't want to kill Zabuza. And Sasuke lariats Zabuza right in his spine of his back, which is gonna temporarily. No, it's not gonna do anything to him except for really injure him. As Zabuza's body is set up in a wrong position. She then falls on the ground, but Haku comes out. Naruto, seeing this from a mile away, throws a thunderbolt at Haku, shocking Haku. Haku then falls on one knee, as then Sasuke says, "You're dead," as he then creates a Chidori, as Kakashi creates a Raikiri, as Sakura feels all the chakra in her fists, as Naruto goes crazy, as he then says, It's finally time for me to unleash. As then 3 lightning bolts are on top of Naruto. As he then throws all of them in the middle of Haku and Zabuza. As they're all thrown in the middle, cause a giant explosion. Haku is dead, or should I say nearly dead to the state of death. As Sakura looks over as she sees Zabuza fully dead. They say this mission is over and they don't even question why Tazuna underpaid them. We then go back to the villages. Kakashi says, I have a surprise for y'all. You want to compete in this little play, should I say? What's the play? Because then Naruto's thinking, wait, is it the... And this is where I'm going to be ending off this what if on a cliffhanger. Like, comment, subscribe, share all your friends on your social media platforms so we can hit that 30-30, and then that 50-50, and then that 100, and then 1,000 by next year, October. Everybody, yeet.